Hi, my name is Trevor Teisman from Kbandstraining.com, and here it is. We've got the slow pitch softball training program. It's going to be super basic. We got 3 days a week. You're going to be doing these exercises. In season, out of season, it does not matter because these workouts are not going to kill you. Of course, if you are doing a tournament this weekend, you might give yourself a day of rest before. We all know that you're going to be super sore after that. But if you're in an off-season stretch, 3 days a week, for sure. In season, big tournaments over the weekend, 2 days a week with a day of rest between will be just fine. Before you begin the workout, you're going to warm up a little bit. Get on an elliptical, exercise bike, go for a jog, jumping jacks. It does not matter. About 5 or 6 minutes. Get your heart rate up and get your blood pumping so that you can stretch a little and get started. When you move through your general stretch routine, you guys know how to stretch. You play slow pitch softball, get the hamstrings, get the shoulders, get the back loose, and get ready to perform. The first sequence of exercises is going to be targeting your shoulder. We've got our KB power bands. You're going to use the light level resistance, yellow, green, maybe red, but most likely green for all of us. It's just a little bit of rotator cuff care. We're going to be going very slow, controlled movements. We've got the soup positions. We've got out at the 45. We've got the lateral movement. And then we've got the empty soup can at the forward 45-degree angle. Be sure that you load your scap first in each of these exercises. So you're going to roll your shoulder back, bring your scaps together, and then you'll go through these deceleration movements. We've got 10, 10, 10. Take a break. You're going to do that 3 times before we move on. Slow movements is key during these exercises. We're not trying to be bodybuilders and lift heavy weights. You're using light weight and focusing on your rotator cuff, trying to build more stability in your shoulder. So move through each one of those, and then we'll be jumping on a stability ball. We've got a little scap loading exercise where we're going to lay on our stomach and work at different angles. We'll be going at that high 45-degree angle from the head. Then we'll be working at a lateral position. Then you'll turn your hands over and work down to the sides at a 45-degree angle down there. All of these are smaller movements, pulsing and then resisting on the way down. Your shoulder should be nice and toasty after these. Again, you're going to roll through those with a small little 30-second break in between, 3 rounds, and then we'll move on to a little bit more of a strength training portion. Clip your KB power bands with some more resistance. You should be blue or even the black band, possibly even stack 2 bands together. You're going to do a straight arm pull across your body. Stand at a perpendicular position from your mount. You'll pull it across and resist on the way back. Nothing too crazy here because this is going to be more for strength. So you pull it out, 1, 2, 3. Build some strength, add a little bit of weight, but don't bend the elbow. You're going to be a lot stronger like this, obviously, but that's not really the movement we're looking for. You want a nice straight arm out to the side, resist it. You also want to resist the urge to let the band get slack. When you're bringing it down, don't let the band get slack. Step out a little bit farther so that you always have resistance. You'll be doing both shoulders, 3 by 10. Next, you're going to lighten the load. You're going to go back to the green, possibly red resistance band. You've got 2 rounds of external rotators on both arms. You're going to have that arm down to the side, rotate it out, and then you'll be up top rotating it back. 3-second counts on the way, but we're just trying to maintain that good L in the arm and get those external rotators. Do left arm, right arm, left arm, right arm. You've got 2 sets at both positions. Now, keep the pace high during these. We don't need a ton of rest, okay? We're trying to get in and out 30, 40, 50 minutes and then get back to doing the things that we've got to do when we're not going to the field. Clip on some heavier resistance bands. You've got a crossover. Let's work the front of the shoulder and the pec here coming across. This one you can get a little bit heavier with because you're going to be using bigger muscle groups, but straighten that arm out. Make sure that you're not bending it too much. We're going 3 by 10, 3 by 15. As long as you're getting towards that failure point where you're barely able to get the last reps, you've chose the right resistance level. Go ahead and do both arms, and then we'll move into phase 2. That's going to be general strength training elements here. In phase 2, we've got 3 strong movements for strength. We've got hamstring curls, push-ups, as well as power rotations. We've got to do the rotations to help with our hitting, and then we're going to just use the others for trying to prevent injuries. Let's start with the hamstring curls and give the shoulders a little bit of a break. You can do straight-legged marchers. That's one option. You could also do the stability ball roll-ups. That's an option. You can also use a suspension strap system where you put your heels in and roll your heels to your butt. That'll be an option. The reason why I give you these 3 options is because it depends where you're training. If you got a home gym and you have access to each of them, choose which one you want to do that week. Remember, if you're doing it 3 times a week, mix it up a little bit. If you're at the park, those straight leg marchers work pretty good out at the park. If you're at a gym that has some suspension straps, it works pretty good to be able to do some hamstring curls. But I guarantee you won't have a stability ball at the softball park to do those types of curls. So choose one of those. You're going to be going 4 sets of 12, pushing the pace with 15 to 20 second breaks in between. Should not take you very long. The next exercise is going to be for strength. We've got push-ups. Your one goal here is going to be to get a complete failure set. So let's say for me, I'm going to do 50 push-ups, maybe my failure. So my first set, I may do 10 or 15, get all the gears lubed, right? I'm getting a little warmed up, get my elbows, get my shoulders ready. Second set, I'm going to get near that fatigue point. Say it's 40 push-ups. I'm getting near failure. And then my last set, there is no limit. I'm going to go until I literally cannot do any more, and then I'm going to try to do 10 more. That should be your intensity level for the push-up set. You can get great results in strength training if you work in this method. We don't need 3 sets of 20. We don't need 5 sets of 20. We don't need 10 sets of 20. If you could do more than 20, 20 is too easy. So do the 50, 70, 100% method. You're going to do half the reps you could do. You're going to do nearly failure, and then you're going to go way into failure, okay? Do that for your push-ups. The next exercise is going to be power rotations. You're going to need heavy resistance bands. You can utilize victory ropes for this if you're an upper-level, stronger athlete, or you could just use your stackable KB power bands and clip them on. If you're at the park, be sure that if you're clipping to the fence, you know that everything looks good. Clips are good. The mounting strap is good. You just want to double-check some of that stuff. Okay, stack them on there, and you're going to be doing power rotations. I would highly suggest using the pole, not the chain link fence part, the pole. Use the strap around it to where you've got a good secure deal here, and then you'll take them out and you'll have a lot more. So this is a quick ballistic movement. You're going to be doing 20 reps quick. Boom, boom, boom. 20 on one side, 20 on the other side. 3 sets in a row. You don't need much of a break. Keep the pace here. You're accelerating out of the strength portion. Phase 3 is going to be a blend of endurance and strength for our lower half. It should not take you very long because we're going to run this like a circuit. So if you're less advanced, you're going to do walking lunges. Down about 15 feet, turn around, walk back. If you're more advanced, split squats for about 20 seconds. Jump up in the air and exchange the legs as fast as you can. Exercise 2. High knees if you're less advanced, down about 10 yards, turn around, high knees back. If you're more advanced, get up on the edge of the fence, wall, wherever you're training, and you're going to do a wall run. It's going to be 20 or 30 seconds as fast as you can. Really trying to work on your endurance. Between those 2 exercises, your heart rate should be through the roof. Next, you're going to back it off just a smidge, a little less intensity. You're going to do a shuffle down, shuffle back about 20 yards. It's going to be a little bit farther. Get up, get moving, and get lateral. If you're not quite as advanced, do a nice easy step shuffle. But if you're more advanced, get up in the air and really start trying to shuffle as far as you can. Last but not least, you're going to be backpedaling into a jog. Now, really work on that transition. You don't want to get those feet tangled up. You got to get your athleticism back. So take backpedal, 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 turn and jog to the left, backpedal, 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 turn and jog to the right. This is a good way to keep things moving. You're going to roll through this 2 times. If you're more advanced and need more resistance, this should challenge your cardiovascular no matter what. But if your legs aren't really getting overly burned, you can up the time durations, or you can put on a set of Kbands. The Kbands are going to be roasting your legs doing this exercise for sure, because you're not going to be taking a break in between sets. You're going to roll right through, small little 30-second off, then you're going to roll right through it again. It should be about a minute, minute and a half of active movements, little break, minute, minute and a half of active movements. And that's it. I chose exercises specifically for slow pitch softball. I chose exercises that are going to help you prevent injuries as well as perform better. And you can do this thing anywhere. You can do it at the park. You can do it at a gym. You could even do it at your basement. So get going on this, whether you're in the off season or in season, and keep your body a little healthier. If you got any questions, you can always leave me a comment or head to kbandstraining.com, use the support tab, and I'll be sure to answer any questions that you have there.